Hey, what's up guys? My name is Kyle Warner. Today I'm partnering with Maxima to show you guys how to maintenance your pedals. Disassembling, cleaning, and re-greasing your pedals is a super quick and easy process, and it can give you a lot more life out of these. Today we're gonna use some Maxima waterproof grease. The nice thing about a waterproof grease like this is that it's very sticky, it stays in there for a long time, and it gives you longer service intervals. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you guys the tools I'm gonna use today, and then we'll disassemble both of these, clean them out, re-grease it, and then reassemble them, and you should be good to go. Okay, let's go ahead and start with this flat pedal. Tools we're gonna need for this flat pedal are a 6mm Allen wrench and a 9mm socket. I also have my waterproof grease here, and I like to use a Q-tip to get in the inside of the pedal and grease the spindle. So the first step on doing this is gonna be removing this outboard 6mm cap. When you remove that cap, you reveal an inboard 6mm cap as well. So let's go ahead and take that out. So now that we have both the caps out, you'll see a 9mm socket inside of the pedal. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is put this in here and then use my 6mm on the other side of the spindle broach. But this is reverse threaded, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this, even though it looks like I'm tightening it. Now I have the nut inside there. Now that I took the nut off on the inside, I can pull on the spindle and the spindle will slide out. As you can see, this one's actually in pretty good shape. It looks pretty clean. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is actually the bushing where the pedal sits. And then on this side, you have a bearing. So if you want to remove the bearing, you can just take your 6mm Allen, go through the pedal and push on the bearing. And it should just come right out. So these are not usually serviceable bearings. They're a sealed unit, but you can always reorder small bearings from either a bike shop or from a bearing supply store. All of these are replaceable. You can order a new seal if you want. You can order a new spindle, you can order new bearings. So that's what makes pedals so nice, is that they're really easy to service and repair. All right, from here, I'm gonna take my clean Q-tip and I'm just gonna go ahead and clean out around the bushing just to make sure everything's good to go. So now that I clean the bushing off, I'm gonna go ahead and take my waterproof grease. I'm gonna go in, apply it on the bushing, and I'm also gonna apply it there. Wipe off this bearing a little bit. I'm gonna give the bearing a really thin coat on the inside and outside again. So the bearing's going back in the pedal. Next, I'm gonna take a spindle. I'm just gonna give this a really light greasing. Light grease there, light grease on the threads and where the bearing sits. So this is where the bearing sits. This is where the bushing inside the pedal sits. And this is kind of the edge. When you're ready to reassemble, you're gonna just go ahead and slide this through. And then we're gonna take our 9mm, go in here. And since it's reverse threaded, I gotta turn it lefty to go tight. And these should be fairly snug, so it's pretty tight. Now that I have this tight, you'll still see there's some play. The reason that you have play is that inside of here, when you put this inboard cap on, it actually pushes down on the spindle and it pushes it out so it stays there. So basically, if your pedal's here, it'll push it out and it'll stay fully extended. So if you ever do have some play like that in your pedal, chances are it's gonna be this inboard cap came loose. Again, this one should be fairly snug, but it is threading into plastic on this pedal, so I don't want to go too crazy. And then now you'll see we have no play. The pedal spins really smooth and free. So that's what you want. Finally, I'm gonna go ahead and put on this retaining cap. The nice thing about this is that it goes in, it presses against the inboard cap in here, and it keeps it from backing out. So make sure not to cross thread this. Once it's tight, I'll give it a little bit of a snug. Boom. So there you go. Flat pedal is done. Nice and tight, re-lubed, re-greased, ready to go. Let's go ahead and do the clipless pedal. All right, so now we have our clipless pedal. This is a Crank Brothers Mallet Enduro. I love this pedal and it's been awesome for me for about a year. It just started to develop a little bit of play, so I'll show you guys how to fix that. So just like the flat pedal, step one is gonna be loosening this outer cap. Now that I have that cap off, it reveals the 8mm nut on the inside. So let's go ahead. Okay, and I have the nut in there now. So now you can see this is ready to go. So I'm gonna take this part, slide the spindle out. Let's go ahead, just clean this out a little bit. Make sure there's no funk in there. You can see a little bushing in there. So now that I got this all cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead, throw some new grease in here. And then we should be ready to reassemble. Got the 8mm nut inside there. Cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna reinstall the cap. Tighten that guy up. Now you guys can see it spins smooth and no play. So this one's good to go too. All right, sweet, we did it. Got both of them cleaned up, ready to go for many more miles. I hope this video is fun and helpful for you guys. Like I said, I like to do this, every couple months or even in the winter when I'm bored, I'll pull my pedals apart, make sure there's no play and get them running for the next season. So super quick and easy little job. Also, it's fun just to get in there and take a look at how these are assembled. And if you need to replace any bearings, you can do so like I showed you. So hopefully this saves you guys some money. You have fun doing it and you keep your bike running nice and clean. If you want to see any more tech videos like this, definitely subscribe. I'm going to try to keep pumping these out for you guys. And if you have any comments or suggestions, throw them in the comment section and I will get to those as soon as I can. So thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you on the trail. You.